came from the game table, dice bags in hand.
We have one brain that we share between us.
To talk about role-playing for all across the land.
And you like it.
The original, then basic, then one they scoured.
Kinda grabs you by the boo-boo, don't it?
To bring AD&D to the second power.
You want me to put the hammer down?
Welcome to THACO's Hammer, the best damn AD&D 2nd edition podcast ever.
Hiya, folks. THACO's Hammer again. How about that? I am GM Glen, coming to you live from Game HQ in Oklahoma City. Thank you, owner Ron and Brian, for having us here. And I also have with me virtually, that doesn't sound right, GM Brian.
Kind of, sort
Brian.
of, maybe. Hey, folks, what's going on out there?
And GM remotely, full-on gamer.
Greetings, Gamer Nation.
Actually, it's DM. But
Yes, it is. I wasn't going to correct you.
We're splitting hairs here.
Yes,
so
we are.
This is okay. So let's go into hits and crits.
Well,
one thought he was invincible, the other thought he could fly.
so
They were both wrong.
Son of a bitch is dug in like an Alabama tick.
You're hit. You're bleeding, man.
I ain't got time to bleed.
We're sending somebody in to negotiate. Anybody else want to negotiate?
Hits and crits.
Hits and crits. Okay, while I'm sitting on my throne of toilet paper, what's going on, guys?
Go ahead, full on. I've got too much to talk
Well,
about.
in between times of being home and out on the road, I have got the game room actually assembled, configured, and even though I wasn't there for it, it has been used as the game room. So the gaming has commenced at Casa del Full On Gamer the second. So
Right on.
yay on that.
Well, you know,
acquired-
if they cancel my con, I may be coming to visit you.
I got room, and I've got my reservations, game badges, and hotel rooms set for Gen Con. So let the pandemic work its way the hell out, and by summer, let's have things back in order. Because dang it, just get some white blood cells, lick a few surfaces, walk it off, and get back to work. Nothing to worry about.
That's right.
A few acquisitions. They're about to start the game playtesting portion of the Grimmer Space Kickstarter, which I'm in as a playtester for. So soon I should be hunting for people to play with to do some Pathfinder or Starfinder / Grimmer Space playtesting of the Abattoir 8 adventure or other materials. So should look forward to hearing from you guys for that, for those interested. The Elder Dice Kickstarter has also started supplying dice to people. They are arriving in places. One of my two shipments is en route, so it should be arriving this week, and the others should be arriving shortly after that. Then, by the time I'm home again, I can start sending things to you guys, if you remember what it is you wanted.
I was hoping you would.
I don't remember. I think I got
didn't
one
write it
set of
down.
dice. I think that was it.
Yeah. Scroll back through the message traffic of the Skype here, and you should probably find what it is you mentioned.
Oh yeah, sure.
And let's see, I acquired some additional games. I splurged and picked up Cards Against Star Wars and Cards Against Thrones.
Interesting.
And my plan is to mix the decks together and play it that way.
Yikes.
Just because.
Just because. Because it's you, full on.
Oh yeah.
There are not too many people who would think of doing something like that. It's true.
Oh yeah. I think you're up, Brian.
Okay.
What does a girl say to death? Hello there.
Oh, let's see. Well, let's see. Since last we recorded, which was what, right around last month? Let's see. As we all know, the coronavirus has spread from China and spread throughout the world. And as working as a medical courier, I'm walking in and out of clinics all day long. So now it is a mandatory thing for us to wear masks. I'm washing my hands so much I'm actually losing the melanin in my hands. It's kind of weird.
Put some lotion on that.
Yeah, I know. I should if I can afford some. But let's see. I just recorded last night episode number 23 of Confessions of an Arcade Addict.
Yay.
That should be posted, I think, by the end of next week. And then I'll get right on episode 24. And yes, Falon, your Frogger episode is coming. I think that's episode 37. Yeah, so, you challenged me enough, so now you get what you want. Let's see.
I'm glad I didn't ever mention Mappy or Congo Bongo.
I could do that.
or Bagman, for that matter.
I could do that, too.
And why not Elevator Action? Yeah.
Oh, I can certainly do that. That's one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh, I wore out.
Kicks and Classic Tron.
I can do. I already did Tron. I could do Kicks or Quicks, is the whoever wants to pronounce it. Yeah, I could do those too. No problem. I mean, the way I have it going now is that I do a breakdown where I do some information off of Wikipedia, and then I give my personal experiences with the game. Considering I've been an arcade junkie literally since 1978, I have plenty of those memories.
Don't forget the Running Man Smash TV.
Smash TV, I can do that too.
Total Carnage.
Yes, exactly. I can certainly do that. So yeah, the show's going along nicely. I'm starting to pick up more and more listeners. One guy actually donates $5 to me a month, which more or less pays for a lunch at work. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean,
this is on Anchor or what?
Yeah, it's on Anchor. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, anchor.fm/COAA.
Okay.
Also, I've been participating in the second edition old school gaming groups on Facebook, and there have been some interesting conversations that way, and keeping track.
It's good to get away from the train wreck that is Dragon's Foot.
Yeah, Argument Town, exactly. I very rarely go there because it hasn't changed at all. You just see it. There are just some people there who just want to start an argument because either they think they're right or they want to troll. Sometimes both. So yeah, I basically just am keeping busy. I'm working like the proverbial dog, and I'm just doing what I can.
Oh yeah.
And what about you, Glenn? Oh, nice pictures, Fall. Oh, that's a great table. That's an awesome table.
That is an awesome table. I love it. Sorry, folks, you can't see it. Yeah.
I could probably post these on the website, our home site, thacoshammer.info, which we should mention more often now that I think about it.
What have I been doing? Let's see. Radio Grognard's still going great daily. I'm almost up to. I just picked up another supporter. Yay!
Yeah.
With that and the one ad I run, I'm almost up to $200. I might have some money for this convention.
Yeah, how about that, huh?
If it happens, but this is June. We're talking North Texas RPG Con, which I just submitted a second game. I've got my Gangbuster game, but I'm going to be doing Savage DuckTales: The Midnight Pearl of Black Drake Isle. I have no idea what's going to happen, but it's a cool title. So that's the way to go. You just think up the title first.
Yeah. Think up the title, then just think up everything else around it. It's true.
That's right. It just helps. I just don't see what else.
Whatever works.
Yeah. So with Gangbusters and Savage Worlds, my resolution of no running fantasies here is intact.
Barely.
I'm
Considering what you're using for source material, barely.
Yes. Monday game, running Savage Worlds The Goon. And that one's pretty much planned out. And I found some neat stuff at the game store here that, let's see, what did I get? Well, let's go to the game store in a minute. Videos. Let's see, what did I get? New videos. I just got from Kino Lorber their Sergio Leone Westerns Blu-ray.
Really?
5-disc set. All 5 of Leone's Westerns on Blu-ray.
Awesome.
It's a little weird, but it gives you like more. Well, see, what
Why
they did
is it
was
weird?
Well, they only give you the theatrical cut of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Right.
I like the extended roadshow cut they did, but I can live without it. But at the same time, they put their discs in. But Once Upon a Time in the West is the Columbia, the standard one. And it's like, why did you do this? I thought you were gonna. You see, Kino Lorber is one of those companies where they want. I always think they want to be Criterion. They're like low rent Criterion. I don't fault them because they could have put out good stuff, but you know, they don't go to as near as many steps as Criterion does for like preservation. This stuff, I mean, they look gorgeous. They look absolutely gorgeous. But I've seen a couple of things like their Keaton set where it's like, you know, they put the disclaimer at the end. We use the best available sources for that. Are you just telling me you didn't do any restoration on them? Okay, fine.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
they did
Criterion
restoration.
wouldn't do that. Look at their Chaplin stuff, you know. So I give them points for trying. Let me put it that way.
Right.
But I'm happy to have it. Oh, and the game stuff I got. Let's see. I told you I got Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, so I've been geeking over that. And I got a couple of things that help me run Savage Worlds, because at Savage Worlds you have to have like bennies, like poker chips or something, and a deck of cards. Well, the game store sells these little like half-size poker chips in tubes.
Cool.
It's like there. And they also got something called air decks. Have you ever seen those?
No, never seen them.
They're a deck of cards. They're as long as a deck of cards, but they're about 1.5 inches wide.
Interesting.
And it's great. So I can always have a deck of cards with me because they're so small. I just plop them in and they work fine. It's a standard deck with 2 jokers.
Right.
And they look gorgeous. There's a black and a red one. So I'm just happy as a clam with those.
Cool.
It's like it doesn't, you know, carrying all that other stuff doesn't bulk me down anymore. And let's see what else. I think that's about it. Becky had a cold, but she got over it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're all going coronavirus. No, she's fine. She's fine.
Yeah.
But that's about it for me. Do we have any emails?
Yes, we actually do. Let me get right on that. We got 2 emails. Okay, I'll give you guys a choice. I'll give you guys could choose your own adventure here. I've got one email about someone asking if they can do a joint podcast with us, or we have somebody who is a novice gamer who really wants our advice on a particular adventure.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like the odds on 3d6 of a bell curve, and how do you have enough toilet paper?
Oh God, no. Oh. Yeah. The funny thing is, you don't.
Choose your own adventure. How will you wipe your ass?
Yeah, exactly. But God only knows those memes are floating around right now.
Yeah. What do you think, Polon? You want to flip a coin or something?
I'm good either way.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what was it? It's advice on an adventure or a joint? Well, we're going to do both. Why don't we do the joint podcast thing first?
All right. You got it. Okay. This is.
Oh, by the way, to preempt this, the answer is no. But
Jeez,
go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is from Jeb and Jason from the Random Encounters podcast. Or excuse me, book series. Ooh, this is interesting. This makes things even more interesting.
You say the words Random Encounters, I'm already interested.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. To read. Hi, THACO's Hammer. Jason Brick and Jeb Brack here. Brick and Brack, get it? We're veteran gamers, writers, and general ne'er-do-wells who've listened to and have been involved in with gaming podcasts for years. We're emailing you because our book series, Random Encounters, is about to close its second season, and we'd love to talk with you and your listeners about it. Random Encounters gives system-agnostic advice and inspiration in short essay chunks, 20 to a book, ranging from role-playing tips to campaign frameworks to specific solutions to at-table challenges. Let's see. We will be thrilled to arrange to join you on your podcast to talk about gaming and our books. Both of us are experienced public speakers and broadcasters, having appeared on Fear the Boot, Kicked in the Dice Bags. Kicked in the Dice Bags, that's a good one. All in the Reflexes and numerous non-gaming podcasts and media. Naturally, we would share news about your podcast on our own platforms. We've attached a copy of Season 2, Episode 1, so you can get a sense of what we're about. Okay.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. Jason Brick, I think I know him. We're friended on Facebook.
Okay.
But I didn't know of his extensive background.
Okay.
So.
Okay, let me upload the random encounters they got here because I'm intrigued.
So they said they're doing a podcast and they publish books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh well, my address is 19.
Easy. Yeah, we know you're not above getting pre-release swag.
Graft.
We know. Hey,
graft is good.
Yeah. Okay. So
payola is good.
All right. So okay.
What the hell? They get a review out of me.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna do this with these guys. You want to do it?
Hey, if they can cram themselves on Skype, yeah.
All right, done. I'll email them and I'll tell them that we're interested.
We'll figure out a schedule.
Exactly. Okay, that's all I need to know there.
Okay. Well, that was an easy one.
Yeah, I just wanted to get you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, the second one, the long form one, if I can get everything here, is.
Full on didn't say anything about that. Are we going to have Full on that show?
Of course we are.
Okay.
We have to have our resident chaotic neutral on board, of course.
Just checking.
Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me get out of this and put that in the archive. Whoops. All right. And this one is from DM Cam.
Hi, Cam.
Hi, Cam.
All right. This one is a long one, so buckle in. Okay, he says, "Hey, Glen and Friends, sorry this is such a long email."
Glen and Friends again. I'm never going to get away
No,
from
you're
that.
never getting away from it. Never.
Damn you, Vince.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's see. First-time emailer, long-time listener. After finally having finished your full catalog of podcasts due to iTunes having an issue a while back, I just wanted to say thank you for all your time and effort you guys have put into the show.
Yes,
you're very welcome. This podcast is largely the reason that I've been able to teach so many of my friends on how to play and the love for second edition. As a younger person, I've only been in the hobby for about 10 years, but none of those years I've been a DM.
You use a stick during your GM sessions? No, you're supposed to roll. Whack that one. You whack them on the knuckles.
Yep,
yeah.
Exactly.
That die.
No, not that one. That one.
That one. Whack.
No, skill checks are lower, not higher. Whap.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I started out pure homebrew with absolutely little to no care for the rules while running 3.5 due to all of us being new and no one knowing better. Don't feel bad. That's how I was with BX back in the day.
I went through the 3.5. I went through the 3.5 thing too, and I'm still here.
Yeah, exactly. You made it out somehow, some way, with your brain more or less intact. Okay, when D&D Next came out, we all converted over to 5e, where we spent 4 years gaming in my own homebrew world. After some DM burnout, my group parted ways, but we all stayed friends and continually hung out with each other, but never really played D&D because each sequential attempt, something always ended up ending the campaign. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Then about 3 years ago, a DMing YouTube channel put out a video talking about their memories and the advantages there are to playing the older editions, and I became obsessed with running my own 2e game. Very quickly after that moment, I stumbled onto your guys' podcast, and it gave me the inspiration to go out and buy my own copies of the different books needed to play. Just this week, I luckily found a local copy of the complete Necromancer's Handbook at my friendly local gaming store for $35. You're lucky.
I paid $25. I used to feel bad about that because that's the most I paid for a used book at one time.
Oh God, don't even get me started. My eBay adventures. Ugh. To continue.
That was half-price books too.
Yeah, for sure. Before they got a clue.
Got
right?
wise.
Yeah.
They got a clue. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, to continue. I went on to run my own campaign in another homebrewed world and had a blast for a solid 2 years with a really good D&D group. Then some drama happened and 2 veterans left the game. Then a few months later, I kicked 2 players out, to which 2 more players followed in their suit due to their friendship. This left me. Yeah, that's bad. I hate it when you have to do that, but sometimes it's
I've kicked one person out in my 40 years of gaming.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 2. Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. And then he lost 2 more on top of that because of the friendship from the first 2. That sucks. Let's see. This left me in a really broken place. So I stopped playing and put my books aside. Now to get to the real meat of my email. Starting a few months ago, a few of my friends who have never played D&D approached me and asking if I could run a game for them, knowing that I've been playing for a while. I said, of course, just let me get something together, but between work, school, and writer's block, I couldn't come up with anything. Then my local gaming store had a copy of Return to the Keep on the Borderlands sitting in its used RPG section. I decided to buy it, and now this month I am going to be running a campaign of Return to the Keep on the Borderlands for 4 new players and 1 veteran player who is my younger sister. The party is a well-balanced group of both people and character, and all are very equal to sit down and play. We have yet to have our session 0, but I have sat down and talked one-on-one with each player, putting together the basis for their characters. Since you all have so much more experience than I do, and for instance, Brian loves Keep on the Borderlands, I just wanted to know if you have any advice for someone who's never run it before. DM Cam.
Run.
Okay.
Well, I'm not up on Return, but I'll stand there with Brian about Keep. Yeah, I like it too.
Okay. Oh, go on, full on. You can have the floor because I've got quite a bit to say.
Well, Keep on the Borderlands has lots of fun things that you can do with it, around it, and to it.
Mm-hmm.
To include, if you want extra inspiration, go hunt down a copy of Hackmaster's Little Keep on the Borderlands to add even more sauce and spice to what has happened currently in the past and ongoing in the future for the intrigues of this outpost of humanity on the frontier. Mm-hmm. You've got the things that are going on in and around the keep itself. You've got the things going in and on and amongst the Caves of Chaos at whatever level of integration or overrunning or interspecies conflict is happening out there. Mm-hmm. You've got bandits in the woods. You've got lairs of giant spiders and other swamp creatures. You've got other pieces of the arcane wilderness that you can explore into many other odds and ends. It does give you an additional player hook by having one of the tunnels out of the Caves of Chaos supposedly connecting you to Quasqueton, which will hook you up with In Search of the Unknown, B1, in addition to your B2.
I didn't know that. Wow.
It's labeled right like that on the map.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, the thing is that there have been people who have said that that connects to B1, but there are others who say not that it doesn't. Basically the option is there whether or not you want to do it. It's no big deal either way, at least as far as I'm concerned.
For myself, I went and took the one of the open clearings in the woods and placed Crash Starship in it to tie into the Barrier Peaks adventures.
Yep.
So I've mixed all of those together into one regional locale.
Mm-hmm.
And it's some fun stuff that you can do. What?
I'm just saying. Oh, joy.
Yep. see, that's the good way of doing the micro view of a campaign world. Just have one particular region with all these plot and adventure hooks in it, and you could basically run all the modules off it if you wanted to. Okay.
And it helps you in the event that the players wander off in a unscripted direction. You have script and plot awaiting whichever way they turn. You don't want to leave. Things are going on in the camp. You don't want to you don't want to go up the trail. Things are waiting to ambush you in the woods. You want to go into the swamp. We've got things that will eat you there.
Yep. It's so true. So true. Okay, now, considering he's asking after the return to the Keep on the Borderlands, understand something. This adventure is a lot more, how should I say this?
Integrated and rounded out.
Rounded out, and also the power level is a little higher than the original Keep on the Borderlands. That's the first thing. I would almost suggest you downshift a gear and go get yourself a copy of the first Keep on the Borderlands,
which you can get online as print on demand.
Yep, print on demand. God only know you can go to a place like oh goodness, I've forgotten the name of the place. One of my favorite online RPG stores, where you can purchase these things and they don't charge you ridiculous amounts of money for them.
Or there's other places. The Trove.
Yeah. The Trove.
You can go to wizards.com and find it in their archive of old print products there.
You just gotta know where to look.
Exactly. Yeah. Or you could go to archive.org, go in the Wayback Machine, back in the day when they had it front and center, and you could do it that way. Oh
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's the way I would suggest, because otherwise you'll be hunting high and low the whole time. It's ridiculous. But anyway, but speaking about the Return to Keep on the Borderlands specifically, it's not quite the first to third level adventure that it once was. Unfortunately, it's buried in my closet in several cardboard boxes of RPG stuff that hasn't been touched since my living room got hardwood flooring put on it. But I'm just going strictly off of memory. The trick about Return to Keep on the Borderlands is that they take the events from the first adventure and advance things 20 years. And that means that newer monsters have come into the caves, the Caves of Chaos. Stronger monsters have come into the Caves of Chaos. Another overarching plot for the clerics that you find in the original Keep on the Borderlands. There's another overarching plot, but the power level's higher. So I would almost suggest taking that Return to Keep on the Borderlands and putting it on the shelf. I mean, if you're dealing with 4 novices, why
make it harder on yourself?
Exactly, and why make it so hard on them either? That adventure is tough. I mean, it takes Keep on the Borderlands and makes it an entire campaign setting, rather it just being just an adventure now. And like they did with Against the Giants and White Plume Mountain and all the ones they did 2E upgrades to.
I told you, did I tell you last time about this guy who emailed me saying he wanted advice because his characters wanted to do like a time travel thing? And he basically then wanted to make themselves as their characters, and so he could bounce them into different places, fantasy places. And he wanted to know what a nexus. He wanted to know what to use for a nexus. I said, Caves of Chaos.
Yeah.
There's nothing in there. Make what you want out of it.
Yep. Or the Cave of the Unknown.
Yeah. And everything that jumps out of a rift is going to try to find its cover in the first cave available and kick something out of it and take it over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Or was it? Is that Caves of Chaos? I'm thinking of Caves of the Unknown.
There's 2 caves. Cave of the Unknown. That's what you're thinking about.
Yeah, Cave of the Unknown. It's a blank slate. Make it what you want, Make it a nexus, make it part dungeon, make it, put it whatever the hell you want in it.
Absolutely.
That way you got a base for your campaign. Every campaign needs a base.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you should have, every campaign should have a base of operations, and then everything else goes around that. Excuse me.
because they just wanted to tool around the different fantasy worlds and stuff, and so it's
Really?
like, there you go.
Oh,
You
so
know,
so they want so they basically wanted to combine Planescape with the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. Is that it?
Yeah, that's what it was. The Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or Planescape Light. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Either way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, I would suggest going with the original. Keep on the Borderlands first because that's enough of a challenge for first level characters, and
Right.
I'm just going strictly off memory. I may be wrong, but you might have there might be just a little too much going on in Return to the Keep on the Borderlands for a novice party.
That's true.
Or at the very least, you could reskin it and have Return of the Keep on the Borderlands be in another location, have another Caves of Chaos, but one for higher level characters, so to speak. But that's just me. I'm just thinking.
You can call it back. You can call it Back to the Borderlands.
Yeah, you could. You most certainly could. So yeah, I think are we done? Anything else?
Thank you, Cam.
Yep. Thank you very much. Cam.
Have fun. Got any more?
No, those were the only two we had.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, shucky
okay,
darn.
well, come on, folks. The well is empty. Fill it up by sending your thoughts and probably prayers to.
In these days, prayers don't hurt.
Yeah. Yes, pray for full on. So,
full on. Pray for me. I'm the one who's more at risk than he is.
Okay. THACOshammer@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Or we have a phone number.
That is 405-806-0555.
Which is our phone prayer line. And if you call right now and pledge,
you'll get a first class ticket to the Seven Heavens. Amen.
Seven Heavens. We will send you. Yeah, we'll send you our exclusive prayer coin. Use this prayer coin, and your wishes will come true.
Oh, Jim Baker, what were you doing? Anyway,
you will get Boku dice.
And our special prayer coin casts cure disease every 24 hours on the dot. Yeah. Anyway.
Bring your mother back to life.
Oh my goodness.
It will raise the dead once a year. Bring your parents back to life.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Hallelujah. So let's go into Magic Finger.
The White Wizard approaches.
There's no such thing as magic.
You always were a better magician. You both know that. But whatever your secret was, you have to agree. Magic's better.
Magic Fingers.
Magic Fingers. We got a Dragon issue number 262. Bizarre of the Bizarre Magic of the Wine... the Magic of the Wee-Folk. I can't read today. Yeah. The glasses on, Glenn. Magic of the Wee-Folk. It's over there in the corner. Don't forget to flush. I thought you said the wee folk.
No, just one wee, not two. Okay.
With the wee man who peed on everything. No, sorry. He was dressed in yellow. Anyway.
Good Lord.
Now I know why the King in Yellow dresses in yellow.
Yeah. Okay. Are you done?
Got a small.
Are you
finished? Got a small bladder. There, I'm done.
Okay. This was an article written by Nathan E. Irving and Andrew Turpin, and these are magic items suited more for gnomes and halflings. And these are actually pretty interesting from what I'm reading and riffing through. There we go. That's the word.
Okay.
And,
riffing?
Yeah, riffing, not ripping.
Riffing to me is not what you think it is.
Yeah, okay.
Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. Okay.
No, that's yipping. That's something else.
Well, it's better.
I
It's
was
better
hoping
than fat.
no one
it's better.
would get there. but would go
it's
there.
Better.
But,
it's better than fapping.
yeah.
So
I don't know. There's anyway. Let's not go down this road.
It's a gift fap. Okay.
Okay.
We'll get to that topic soon, folks. Don't worry.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, we will. Okay. The magic items for the gnomes. The authors basically agree that most gnomish magical items were created by illusionists, of course. And the gnomish items usually are well crafted with great attention paid to the smallest details, and so on and so forth. The first one is I'm not sure how to pronounce this word, so I'm just going to go with it. The Amulet of the Steineblin. This is very interesting.
Is that the Snifneblin?
No, actually it's not.
Wow.
I thought that's what it was, but no, check this out.
Throw us a curve.
Let's see. This one is an amulet that the closest allies of the Stone Gnome clans give to each other. Each one's individually crafted by the gnomes of the clans who created it. It enables the wearer infravision up to 60 feet. It gives you the ability to speak with burrowing animals at will. Like he was a Steineblin. Oh, okay. Oh, I get it.
Like a snare, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I guess that's the name of the stone gnomes. Steineblin. Okay, I get it. Oh, Stein is stone in German, of course. Jeez, I'm an idiot.
As in stoned gnomes. Yeah.
Let's not go down that road either.
This is the clan of the half-bake.
Yeah. Bearers of the amulet can also locate sloping passages, flawed stonework, and approximate depth and direction underground. So you could actually, I would say you could probably even give, I could see a PC being given this by by the party helping, the stone gnomes to be, to survive somehow. Like, they're going up against like, stone giants or something like that, and the PCs help them out. I could see that happening. Let's see. Armor of Melding. This armor +2 allows the wearer to meld into stone 3 times a day. And you can actually
want that.
Yeah, I thought
I
so.
want that.
Yeah, you can actually move through the stone at 1/4 your normal movement rate if within arm's length of the stone surface while doing so. Check that out.
Locked door in the dungeon? No problem. Be right back.
Yeah. I'm just gonna meld through this door real quick. I'm gonna see what's on the other side. Let's see. Now by wearing this armor, they're also vulnerable to the following effects. Stone to Flesh expels the wearer from the stone and inflicts 46 points of damage. Pass Wall expels the character without damage. Stone Shape causes 3 to 4 points of damage but does not expel the wearer. Transmute Rock to Mud inflicts 4d10 points of damage, expels the character, and forces the armor to make a successful saving throw as metal versus acid or be destroyed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
The authors really thought this one through. I like that.
I'm gonna have a mage that throws occasional stone to flesh on a wall and see what pops out.
That would be funny, actually.
Yeah.
Hey,
look, I caught one.
Yeah, get ambushed by stone gnomes once too often, and now you're paranoid. Let's see. Most of the time, these are made to fit gnomes and halflings. That's 95% of the time. 70% are chain, 20 are plate, and the remainder are brigandine. So that's interesting. It's often made to resemble stone, and it gives you a bonus to hide in shadows and to the deep gnome's ability to freeze in place. So that's actually really, really cool. I like that. Badge of the
You give that to your breach gnome fighter thief who's going to be holding the passageway or conducting the ambushes where he pops straight out of the wall and just cuts everybody's throats and ankles.
I could see that.
Ankles, I love it.
Yeah, hamstringing them, of course.
You cut their ankles and you cut their throats after they're within reach.
Yeah. Once they've been hamstrung, the throat is very accessible, I'm sure. Okay. Badge of the Sverneblin. Those are the deep gnomes, of course. These are usually given to staunch allies of the gnomes of the Underdark. Um, it's usually in the form of a brooch. It might even be a ring, pin, cameo, or an engraved and enchanted gemstone. The badge bears certain markings that identify the individual who rightly bears the badge and the city and clan with which they're allied. They give the following abilities. Non-detection. Just that in itself would be enough.
Yes.
Infravision to a 90-foot range. Blur and change self once per day each. That's wow. This is pretty powerful. The ability to freeze in place with a 40% chance of remaining undetected by observers, including those who have infravision. Yeah, that's a Smurf Nevlin ability, actually.
Specialty. Yeah.
Yes, that's a special ability of theirs. +3 to saves versus Earth-based attacks, including petrification. And, yeah, I mean, let's see. And they actually have them to where they're actually like, what are they called? Rose the Archmage. They're, one's for good, one's for neutral, one's for evil. So, yeah. I mean, excuse me, good and neutral, I should say. 80% are aligned towards good. The rest are used by neutral characters.
Right.
Of course, if you are a good character and you try to wear a neutral one, yeah, they don't function. Evil ones, they get 1 to 4 damage per round. So yeah, it's just like a Robe of the Archmagi. Wow, that's pretty cool. Let's see. The Badger Vest. Let's see. You can shape change into a badger, an ordinary badger. Not like the giant ones. You can traverse small passages and go through soft earth. Tunnel through soft earth. And you can also. I knew you were going to do that. You can also pass without trace as the spell while in badger form, and you also get a +1 to your armor class in either form that you want to. It's actually pretty cool. Let's see. Boots of the Giant. Let's see. You can grow to 12 feet tall once per day, up to 5 rounds. Everything grows with you. Your strength increases to that of a hill giant.
Kind of like those. What are those Is that Snurf? No, that's not
those
Snurf.
are Durgar. No, not
Durgar.
Durgar.
Like
yes.
Durgar?
Yes.
The ones that get drawn to dry. Yeah.
Yeah, and Spriggans. Spriggans are the same thing. Those are gnomes that can do that. Let's see. Braces are striking. These are very interesting because they give bonuses to your strength directly, ranging from +1 all the way to +7, with a maximum of 18 double-aught strength. So
nice.
Yeah.
To hell with your defense. I want the bracers of striking.
Yep, exactly. Let's see. Cloak of the Hills, which is almost exactly like a Cloak of Elvenkind. Yeah, with including all of the natural surroundings, underground, and so forth. Although underground is where it really comes into effect, because if you're underground by torch or lantern light, you're 99% undetectable, 98% to infravision. Crazy.
Yep, you gotta watch out for them gnomes up in the hills, because them hills have eyes and they'll hit you.
Yep.
Oh, here's a good one. Figurine of Wondrous Power, Diamond Badger.
Badger.
Yeah. Let's see. The statuette becomes a living giant badger, and even though they can attack, I mean, geez, the damage they do is ridiculous. 2 to 8, 2 to 8, 1 to 6 with their claws. I guess they are diamond tipped. The claw, yeah, wow. It even says so right there. The claws of the creatures are diamond tipped. Accounting for the increased damage, and they can tunnel through soft earth or stone at a move rate of 6, and hard stone at a movement rate of 3, leaving a 3-foot wide tunnel behind them. So you can use them sort of as just tunnelers.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Let's see. The Pick of Piercing. Okay. +2 to hit and damage. When wielded in combat against an armored opponent, the pick easily locates and penetrates vulnerable points in the armor, reducing its effective value by half, rounding down. So yeah, so you can basically take plate mail and reduce that from armor class 2 to what? Armor class 5?
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I like that. That's pretty cool. Ooh, the pit bag. Oh, this is interesting. This is a variant of a bag of holding.
Yes.
Let's see.
Don't give that to full on.
Let's see. When closed, it appears to be no more than 2 feet long and 1 foot wide. When it's open, the mouth of the pit bag is 10 feet across and 10 to 15 feet deep. The opening of the bag also takes on the appearance of the surrounding surface, so basically you can make a portable pit. Let's see. Not only living material can fall into the bag. Non-living material is teleported 10 to 1,000 feet away in a random direction.
Wait, you put non-living material in there, it gets teleported?
Yes.
You can't keep it.
No,
oh wow.
No, it gets teleported away. That's pretty interesting. I like that.
You could make a Bengal tiger trap with Bengal tiger in it and carry it around.
Yes, you could. A real Bengal tiger trap. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, let's see. The Goblin Slayer sword. Let's see. You can detect
good anime, worth watching.
Yeah. You can detect goblinoids within 100 feet. This ability reveals approximate direction and number, but it's not an absolute number. It'll go like one, a few, many, that kind of thing. Let's see. The wielder of the Goblin Slayer can invoke a Berserk Fury once per day when faced with goblinoid opponents. That's +3 to hit and damage. And number of phantom hit points equal to twice the wielder's level. How about that? Wow. Any damage taken during combat is first subtracted from the phantom points, and then when those are exhausted, the wielder suffers damage. The wielder may continue fighting until he reaches -10 hit points, but if the Berserk Rage ends while the warrior is at negative hit points, they must make a saving throw versus death magic or perish.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, even better. You're unaffected by healing magic for the duration of the rage.
Wow.
And
he's out of rage. Quick, throw a healing potion at him.
Yeah, no kidding. Jeez. Yeah, heal spell for the breach gnome for sure. Jeez. Most of these are short swords. The rest are long swords. I mean, there are literally dozens of magic items. These guys are. I can't even. Oh my god! I'm gonna have to do this description. Last one, because you'll understand why when I say the name.
Go ahead.
Daisy chainmail.
Yeah.
To any onlooker, this armor appears ridiculous as it's made up of thousands of daisies linked together. A crochet of blooms forms a delicate chain woven into a hauberk that hangs from the shoulders to just above the halfling's knees. To halflings, it's a great gift that the Earth Mother sometimes bestows during the spring and summer festivals. These daisies themselves range in color from purest white to snowy blooms fringed with deepest red. Wow, there's an image. For defensive purpose, this acts like chainmail's +1, but it weighs virtually nothing. The mail's first drawback is its size. Nothing larger than a halfling can wear it. The second problem is getting into and out of the mail. There's a 10% chance that it breaks when it's done, becoming useless thereafter. Wow.
Well, that sort of put the wind out of my sails. Well, you said daisy chain armor. The first thing I thought was, armor made into a chain machine gun?
That's not where I thought you were going. Okay.
Yeah.
Halflings who are lucky to possess this tend to wear all of the time. So let's see. Even with that precaution,
I was thinking of railgun actually.
Yeah, gotcha. Let's see. Even with this precaution, the suit still may be damaged. So each day the armor is worn, half an hour must be spent repairing it. For each hit point of damage the wearer suffers, a turn must be spent dealt to tenderly rework the fine tapestry of flowers. Otherwise, the daisy chainmail loses its power after a week of use or when 20 points of damage have been suffered. Wow. Jeez.
Is this the ultimate? This is like the ultimate ablative armor.
Yeah. Jeez, but man, the upkeep is terrible.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, jeez. But anyway, so I mean, there are literally a couple of dozen items in this thing. I mean, the flute of transportation, the wish brush, let's see, Hobbs foot bath, bully coins, oil of fake footsteps, buttons of climbing, pipe of answers. That's pretty funny, actually. Basically, smoke a pipe and you get a divination spell. That's some really good tobacco.
Have a bowl.
Well, there's visions that there's had one way or to other, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Jeez. The horn of hiding, the restless pillow. Let's see, the barrier shield. The gloves of digging, the crystal cocoon. I mean, the stone knife. I mean, these are. I have to say, these are genius. They aren't, with the exception of one or two, they're not like radically powerful, and even so, they come with something of a drawback, so they're pretty well balanced. Yeah, most of them are for gnomes and halflings, so yeah. This is a great article. If you could find this issue, this is August 1999. This is one of the last issues of Dragon that is for second edition, by the way. So yeah, if you could find this, and you are really,
I'll bet I have it on PDF.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've got it on PDF. That's what I'm using, actually. But yeah, this one, I love this issue because this actually fleshes out a lot of things about gnomes and halflings that should have been fleshed out. So yeah. This is awesome. This great issue of Dragon. Pick it up if you can.
Now, right now,
if you can,
right now,
if you're able to.
Yeah, if you can, of course. And if you want to hear more about this kind of stuff, old man, that kind of thing, we'll talk about it.
You almost said it.
Would you like me to penis out of it?
No, it's all right.
Okay.
It's quite all right. You didn't quite say it, so I'll let it pass.
I can't get anything. You can't get away with nothing around here.
Somebody's got to keep you honest.
Well, oldmangrognard@gmail.com. That keeps me honest.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Wow, my touchpad stopped working. Wow. Anyway, let us go on to a snipe hunt.
Two fools who laugh at death. Do you know what horrors lie beyond that wall?
No.
Then you go first.
This world's divided into two kinds of people, the hunter and the hunted. And luckily, I'm a hunter. Nothing can ever change that.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
I'll swallow your soul!
Come get some.
Time for a snipe.
Snipe hunt, we're going to talk about trolls.
Yes.
Now, we're going to do the base trolls, I guess, first.
Yep.
Trolls is fun.
Yeah, trolls.
Especially put them under bridges.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm consulting the Monstrous Collection. There's the regular, the two-headed, freshwater, saltwater, desert, spectral, giant, ice, fire, gray, legacy. I'm interested about that. Phase, snow, and stone trolls. So yeah, you've got quite a bit of selection
and
here.
Don't forget the ballet trolls.
Yeah, for sure.
The tutu trolls, yeah.
Well, they're kind of out of a job because Broadway's closed down. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, the troll. I love the troll because if you want to have a monster that doesn't die too quickly, can give your characters a bloody nose no matter what level they're at, short of 15th level or anything like that, and you just want to, just give them a bit of a bloody nose. Yeah, these are the best monsters to give throwing them.
Even in Chronicles of Mystara, the video games, the stand-up video games,
yeah,
you get trolls, and unless you've saved that fire, but it's funny because what the encounter happens is on a ship, and if you throw them on the fire, I don't know the way they jump around, no, but you can't get them until some NPCs come and throw fire and get rid of them, and then the NPCs chastise you. What do you mean? Don't you know you got to use fire with these? Well, yeah, but I don't have any.
Well, see, that's the funny part about that game is that if you don't know, if you don't know, the troll will regenerate.
You gotta get your chops busted by the NPCs if you don't do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's why you have flasks of oil for that specific reason.
Right. Or fire spells.
Yeah, you have
Fireball usually, the girl. Fireball.
Yep, fireball. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I mean, and not only that, you can literally, at least the regular normal troll, you can encounter anywhere, any land. Arctic, all the way down to tropical, desert, mountain, any place. You can find them anywhere. They usually are active at night. Intelligence is low. Armor class 4. Hit dice 6 plus 6. 3 attacks around. 1 to 4 plus 4.
And if you're going through the forest, you better have some acid on you because the druids don't like that fire stuff.
Druids, wild elves, a lot of forest denizens look rather dimly on you if you...
It's like, get rid of them, but don't use fire.
Exactly. So, I mean, they do a lot of damage. I mean, they do, 5 to 8, 5 to 8, 5 to 12. So... They do literally a maximum of 28 points of damage in one set of attacks, and of course they have
very sharp claws.
Yes, very sharp claws, very sharp teeth. Yes. So
and they don't. When I think of the D&D trolls, every time I look at D&D trolls, it's like, that's not what other people say trolls look like.
I've always thought they've looked that way.
Well, in D&D, yeah, but
it's the ones that are programmed by Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. So there's different trolls for different folks, but those are the true and classic Gygaxian trolls. Now, some things to keep in mind about the Gygaxian troll. And this is from a Gen Con seminar that I attended and had conversations with folks in person. And their general thought of the matter was that when you deal this damage to the troll to destroy it, every single point of the damage has to be fire or acid.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's the original intent.
No.
That is the actual stated original intent. So the workaround quick step that everybody does these days, because they don't want it to be the murder hobo way, which is beat it down with anything you got whatsoever, and then set the corpse on fire. That keeps it down.
Yeah.
That doesn't work in a Gygax game.
Well, also Gygax was inventing monsters because he was tired of his players' crap.
True.
Yeah. If you're tired of your players' crap, you apply that factor to them and let them discover.
So it's not like zombies where it's headshot city.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Either cut the head off or pierce the brain or sever the spine. Yeah. Okay, so now you have two-headed trolls, which are basically troll and combinations, shall we say. 4 attacks around, 10 hit dice, 5 to 8, 5 to 8, 1 to 12, 1 to 12. Now the thing about freshwater and saltwater, they're slightly different. One has 5 plus 5 hit dice, the other has 6 plus 12.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, salt water needs to be a little tougher. You got the more pressure down there and all that.
They play with sharks and Sahagin, so yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, they're allies to the Sahagin. That's true. Desert Troll 7 plus 7. They have all these trolls have regeneration, of course, but Desert Trolls can ambush you. Let's see. Spectral Trolls. Let's see what those are about, because I've always wanted to know. Oh, wow. Okay.
Were you the... Yeah, what?
I was just looking at it. Okay.
No, I had a question. Were you the one who told me about some guy who had a half-ogre character who carried around a troll arm?
No, that wasn't me.
to munch on because it regenerates?
No,
So he always had food?
No, never did that.
Okay.
Let's see.
It's a good idea, though, if you can stomach it.
Yeah. Well, he's a half-ogre. He didn't care.
Let's see. Spectral Trolls need silver or magic weapons to attack them. And, of course, they do regenerate. They can be turned because they are undead, actually.
Spectral trolls?
Yeah, spectral trolls. Yeah.
They're like ghost trolls, aren't they?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. They don't take damage from sunlight, though. Yeah, so... Yeah, this is... Wow. Interesting.
A vampire troll might be interesting.
Trolls. Well, see, the funny part is that in the 1E supplement from Roll Aids called Dark Folk, they have...
I have that.
Oh, yeah. I've used those trolls, because you got dark trolls, which are more or less like drow version of trolls. which would be like they're too busy fighting the drow, otherwise they would take over the surface world pretty quickly, because most of them are spellcasters along with having magic resistance and high hit dice. Let's see, giant trolls, those are hill giant troll mating crossbreeds, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, and of course ice trolls, which are, in Arctic areas. Yeah. Then there are fire trolls, which are like in volcanic lands. Gray trolls are subterranean. Jeez. Legacy trolls are in swamps. Oh, okay. These legacy trolls are actually from the Red Steel campaign, but you can use them. And I would, and I would just to go up against your veteran players who are like, trolls, let's get the fire out. Fire doesn't work. What? Just to really mess with them. And they even have the Red Curse abilities down here, listed. Wow. So you could really screw with your players just throwing legacy trolls at them.
They can flick that on players?
Yes.
Oh
yeah. Well, no. You actually have to be in the region to start getting the Red Curse. So.
I thought they could go out of region and just like wander the realms and go, boom, you got it. Boom, you got it. Boom, you got it.
That'd be messed up, actually. But yeah, I can see that.
That's nasty. That is nasty.
That's very nasty. I agree. Let's see. Phase trolls. Now let's see. They can. They can dimension door. They can actually do mirror image. Yeah, and they can regenerate.
and their favorite pet is a phase spider.
Yeah, I could see that. I can see them keeping phase spiders for sure. So yeah, that's tough. So yeah, I mean, then snow trolls, which are very interesting looking. They look like regular trolls, except they sort of have a hunchback. And a long neck that comes off the hunchback, so it looks really weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like something out of like Chinese demonology or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Then, of course, you got stone trolls, which are subterranean or mountainous trolls. And just wow. But yeah, usually it's the same thing across the board with most of them. Of course, acid and fire will have most trolls do a morale check or flee when you start using it on them.
Right.
Because, fire and acid are their bane, of course.
Flaming arrows Flaming arrows by surprise, yes.
Yeah, that fire arrow spell comes in very, very handy. Burning hands will come in very handy when your mage gets confronted.
And when the mage is out of spells and has nothing left but cantrips, just to keep from getting eaten in the corner, fire finger.
Yep.
I was thinking like save those melt spells, acid arrow, acid rain.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Acid storm. Yep.
Acid storm. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, these are very, very, and I love the fact that you have all these variant trolls really to mess with your veteran players. I mean, I would love to just start throwing legacy trolls at a lot of players who are like, oh, trolls boring, break out the fire, break out the acid. They don't work. What?
Yeah, you gotta watch out, because sometimes your veteran players have totally forgotten things that are important, like when they were contracted by Deep Gnomes to go ferret out a pack of trolls, so they were given foreknowledge of the fact they're going after multiple simultaneous trolls, and the 7th level party wiped because they brought no fire.
Yep.
And the combat plan was disrupted by a Leroy Jenkins who decided, I will go forward and scout. Hey, there's here fighting, and we're fighting, and there's more fighting, and hey, where's nobody coming up to help support me in the fighting, and I'm getting eaten, and yeah, one party member escaped fleeing the carnage of that to reconstitute a new party to go back and try again. After everybody got eaten.
This makes me, yeah, this makes me think of a dungeon adventure. The dungeon adventure about the moving forest.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, because they had trolls settling in the forest, and they didn't want them. And the queen of the treants was real young, and the main druid had to go off, so the assistants had to deal with it.
Yep, we covered it.
And she decided to have her advisor, who is a treant druid, to cast a spell to make the trees move, and it was going to trample this like roadhouse.
Yeah, so you had to resolve the situation.
And it never worked, because every time they moved the forest, the trolls would go, sunlight, and they'd move with the forest.
Yep.
And so you had to take care of them, but you could not use fire because nobody wanted you to use fire.
Yep.
In that scenario. I ran that for a 3rd edition group long time ago, and that's where I came to the ranger who gave me the wonderful quote, because the forest is like pushing them, pushing the players. He's tell the forest to back off. Always remember that. You tell the forest to back off.
That's funny.
So, but yeah, that's what whenever I think of that, I think of that scenario about, you can't use fire. What are you going to do?
Well, hopefully you have an acid spell or two, or at the very least a prismatic sphere, and you're able to cast acid, something.
Oh yeah.
Yep, because otherwise you're going to be beating on troll corpses to keep them down for a very long time.
Hell yes.
Yep, and this is one of those things where the party needs to be prepared for collateral damage to party members with area of effect spells with splash damage and blast areas, which also means that parties previously who came in semi or unprepared for this leave behind treasures, which trolls are intelligent enough to use, and now you have trolls wearing rings of acid resistance, trolls wearing a cloak of fire resistance.
Oh, you are evil.
Troll wielding a frost sword.
Yep, I've seen it. I've seen it. That's what when the DM starts to get really, really creative. Yeah, that usually.
In the monster dungeon, a armed and armored troll with fighter levels and a 2-handed sword. Not a unpleasant encounter.
No, I agree with you.
You are evil, sir.
What? I didn't write that one up. That was in Monster Dungeon. Reverse Dungeon.
Reverse Dungeon, which I just looked at. We should cover that, and soon. Reverse Dungeon. Yeah, Reverse Dungeon.
I'm sure. Who did that? Is that TSR?
TSR did that. Yes.
Yeah.
That's an official module. Yes.
I vaguely remember it.
I vaguely remember it too. I'm trying to remember how it goes, and I can't for the life of me. But yeah, I'll look at it.
You have 3 layers of dungeon. The first layer, everybody plays goblins. All the players play the monsters. So the players play goblins. The DM runs the hordes of adventurers who raid and stop the goblins from being a problem.
One of those.
After the first iteration of the heroes have assaulted the goblin lair, any survivors, if there are any, of the goblins continue to be player characters, and they can be second characters and backup characters as they retreat into the lower levels where you have a more broadened ecology of monsters dwelling in chambers and compartments and stuff downstairs, where you've got vampires and trolls and a bunch of other odds and ends.
Yep.
And you run those monsters as the adventurers forge deeper into the dungeon, and then you go to a lower level where you have even more monsters and demons, where things get really wild and hairy as the players try to undo the evil that is loose in the world, and the monsters eat them if you can.
Evil?
Yeah. Evil indeed. Yes. Okay.
It's a fun turnabout's fair play, plus it's also it has as a module, it has fun bits. We'll talk about it when we do the module and overview. But it's a good. Are you a DM who needs to find out if you have another DM sitting at your table? Let them play monsters. Find out who can do it well. Then pass the friggin' torch.
Yep, exactly.
Now you're getting into Tunnels and Trolls monsters territory.
Absolutely. But
I don't like to encourage that.
I believe you.
Yeah. Anyway, but trolls, you gotta love them.
Yep.
Yes, you do. Trolls, shamans who do the spellcasting thing. They get themselves a couple levels of witch doctor.
Yep. A couple. Yeah, there are those who actually can get pretty decent at witch doctor, like 6th level and up. So yeah, it can be done.
Troll parts roasting on an open fire.
Wrong time of year.
This is true. Anyway, tell us about it. THACOshammer@gmail.com.
Yes.
Woohoo!
And we'll give you the stats for the internet troll after that.
Oh Lord.
We don't. Oh, that. Never mind.
I thought you were the internet troll.
No.
No, not me. No, sir. Anyway,
yes.
Shall we move on?
Yes, we shall go on to Brainstorm.
Now you tell me what you know.
Only the infinity of the depths of a man's mind can really tell the story.
What are you, a wizard, a genius?
Dear Brainstorm.
And we're in Brainstorm.
Yes, we are.
And we're some kind of, talisman of sexual potency or whatever. What is it? Oh, staff of true
Glen.
life.
Wow.
And if that's a true life, I don't know what is. So.
Wow.
You're right.
So you have to tell me about it because I couldn't download the thing and I couldn't read about it. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get it.
My laptop here wouldn't let me download it.
Hold on. I'm on the case. Hang on. Okay, full on. This is your baby. Let's do this. Because I'm like, okay. This is a very powerful magic item, if not an artifact. So, yeah. I mean,
indeed.
I'm looking.
If your party is searching for some form of adventure, where there is great evils afoot with concocted, intricate plans for domination, they need a relic with which to inspire the masses, cow the hordes, and crush the minions.
Adventure!
So that you might seek to craft the Staff of True Life. What is the Staff of True Life? Well, let us explore.
It's the biggest hive of scum and villainy in the... Sorry. Let us explore, sir.
The Staff of True Life is crafted from a 7-foot ashwood staff, from a dead ash tree, not shaped by living hands. It is bound with the neck bones of seven sons of 7 sons, sacrificed or murdered by the Creator. To make the item harder, more unique, and difficult to craft, these seven sons of 7 sons must all be of different races. Each neck bone is inset with a bloodstone of not less than 500 gold piece value each. Each stone is carved with an infernal rune, naming each of the 7 deadly sins.
Well, you gotta have a hobby, you know?
The rune of envy is upon the gnome bone. The rune of gluttony is upon the gnoll bone. Greed or avarice is carved into the stone of humans. Lust is on the elf bone. Pride is upon the dwarf bone. Sloth for the halfling. And wrath upon the stone set in the orc neck bone.
Wow.
Dim Bone's gonna walk around.
The dwarf bone and the elf bone are going to be really hard to get the 7th son of a 7th son.
And they won't, and you can't put them next to each other either.
These are Captain shawed at both ends with cold iron, mined from the abyss, again, not by living hands. Other components consumed during the crafting, a sword of life-stealing, a ring of vampiric regeneration, and the heads of a mind flayer for telepathy, a death knight for fear or power word kill, a succubus for shape change, a leprechaun for limited wish, a red dragon for fireball, a king for greater command or undead control, and a beholder for dispelled magic or distant.
Wow. Good
The
Lord.
question before you is then the process of putting these together to craft an item. What is the cost in time and treasure? The powers, the pluses, and the major negative effects of possessing it. Who is making this? Where they are keeping it? And what players might be expected to do about it if they are not employed in the making of it.
I'll just take a stab at the Magi, thank you. It's a lot easier to deal with.
Okay. Well, when it's put that way, yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. I could definitely see some murder hobo-y players getting sucked in by a rather innocent looking, or should I say elderly mage saying, yes, I need these I need these things. And I need you to go and find a mind flayer and take his head. And just go right down the list.
Who's going to say no to that?
Yeah, a death
I'm going
knight,
to need something for this staff of light. Drop your pants. Wait a minute, that doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah,
I haven't given you hard things to do. I mean, I didn't specify the age of the red dragon.
Yeah.
I didn't specify the scope and power of the king.
Yeah.
Just a king.
Yep. I see. Yeah, I could see this. Yeah, I could see a player character who is very crafty with terms and words, circumventing a couple of these. Yes.
Oh, a bard would have a field day trying to circumvent it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, the pluses. Oh goodness. This is where I start saying this is if it's not in artifact territory, it is dipping a toe in it for sure.
It is. I'm just gonna say it is. This is a quest item.
Yeah, for sure. The fact that you have to get the neck bones of seventh son of seventh sons of elves
of 7 different species.
Yeah, of 7 different species. Humans, not a problem. Orcs, less of a problem.
Of course.
Slight problem. Gnomes, slight problem. Elves, dwarves, big problems. Gnolls, maybe not so much.
Of course, there's also, if you're dealing with good aligned characters.
Yes.
I hope.
Yeah.
You're going to have to come up with the why.
Yeah, the justification.
Do they need to go get this thing?
Well, good aligned characters who are actually kind of smart would go after Drow and go after Duergar. They're elves and dwarfs. They are.
Okay. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, why would they want? Say it existed already. Somebody made it, and
if
it's
you
one
thought
of
it
those
was
things.
hard finding seventh son of a surface elf, think what you have to go through to find the seventh son of a drow.
Exactly. Yeah, you have a point. Yeah, but
that would make it more powerful.
Yes, but yeah, drows are a little more, shall I say, fertile than surface elves are, or at least in most
I think
campaigns.
The elf would be harder because elves are not very fertile. Or not. I mean, sorry, dwarves. Dwarves are not.
Yeah,
very
dwarves
fertile.
are less fertile than elves.
Now, as an adventure twist, just to keep that in mind,
yes.
Obviously whoever is doing this has got forced breeding camps going on to procure these certain numbered sons,
Yes.
and are inspiring and manipulating and meddling with magic to make it so.
Yes.
So,
animal husbandry.
there is also the adventure twist called Three Dwarf Monty. The seventh son of the dwarves is one of a set of triplets. In order to confound the captors forced breeding them, they conceal both the fact that the triplets were born and which of the dwarves is Monty.
Oh, that's evil. I like it. I like it. I could see that as like a last-ditch attempt to confound making this item, because of course, I could almost see. I could almost.
I would rather have the item in existence already.
Yeah, to create it is
That-
really,
this
really,
is-
really
this
The
is
hard.
hook can be
Yeah.
the players are trying to stop this from getting made.
Yes.
It's in the process, and someone's doing these dark deeds, bringing these pieces together, trying to make this thing.
Right.
I mean,
Or you've got to stop the guy who made this after the fact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, or
Players who want this.
Yeah.
Or, again, the players start off assisting in the making of this. They're recruited in the process of making it and either see what happens when it gets made or feedback to one and say, oops, we shouldn't have done any of this, and now we've got to atone.
Yeah. Or else. Yeah. Yeah, all of a sudden the paladin wakes up and he has absolutely no powers and he doesn't exactly know why. he has to get some divinations going to find out why his god is pissed at him. Exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. See, I'd like to deal with it. It already exists, because then you've got everybody looking for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And there are those who want to find it in order to destroy it. There are those who want to find it in order to hide it away. And there are those who want to find it because they want to use it.
Right.
You know, the question is, my whole thing is that we should talk about what kind of powers this thing has. Because I'm trying to think, just keying into the things that make it. I mean, this is like a ultimate evil staff of the Magi, if you will. Multiple powers, some spells or abilities can be used without using charges. There are some that do use charges, and there is also, at the end of it all, when you're using this staff, there is a detrimental effect to the character. Now, depending on how far you want to go, you can just open up your Book of Artifacts book for that. If the spells and abilities are relatively minor, then the effects should also be minor as well, and either circumnavigated or cured or what have you. If you're going to go with the higher level stuff, I mean, when you're using a sort of life-stealing and a vampiric regeneration, just those two off the top, not even getting to the heads. Those are very, very rare and very, very valuable magic items. Just using those in the
I would be thinking,
yes,
those are what is designed into the things that this staff is then used against to kill, would be how charges are recovered.
Interesting. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking you could do this one of two ways. This could be an ultimate weapon for evil or an ultimate weapon for good, because you're using mostly evilly aligned monsters and beings in order to create this staff.
Right.
I mean, if you flipped it on its head and used like the equivalent to like mind flayers and death knights, like say the head of a Kirin, or like the head of let's see, a head of like
Solar.
Yeah, a Solar. Oh God! Now we'll go into artifact territory, considering how powerful Solars are. Or like the feather of a phoenix or something like that. Then it could be used for evil. And I think if we're using the archmage that is, disguised as a kindly old man, he's not exactly sure what the end effect is going to be, because he's using a lot of evil beings to create this staff, and quote unquote evil magic items to also create it. So
Right.
I think they're pretty sure what the intent of this staff is because of the infernal runes naming each of the 7 deadly sins.
That's true.
Good, evil. I'd give it to an indifferently aligned creature.
This is true, but at the same time, well, okay, fair enough. I'll abandon ship on that thought.
All right. So we've got an artifact here that's basically plot hooks on the hoof.
Well, yeah, it's a basically living, breathing plot hook. Depending on, like Falon said, you could stop it from getting made, stop the guy who made it after the fact, or you. I just wanted
to have an artifact with lore that exists out there for thousands of years, and it's legendary. It's in myth, and you find out what it really exists.
Yeah. Well, my
Holy
whole
shit!
thing
Keep
is
it to yourself.
okay. Well,
and let's go find it.
Yeah, let's go find. Of course, why
let's
not?
Go find
they've gone. People have gone after the the Rod of 7 Parts and so forth. They made a freaking massive mega adventure going after that. The Axe of Dwarvish
and
Lords,
a novel.
blah blah blah. Yeah, and a novel. Yeah, that's true. I read it a long time ago too. Okay, so I hate to go generic with this, but okay, this is a +4 quarterstaff. It can be used as a +4 staff in combat, but it also can either lifesteal or bestow vampiric regeneration, point for point. You inflict 6 points of damage, you get 6 points. Let's see. It grants you immunities, or at least bonuses to saves, versus psionics, level drain, fire, and so forth and so on, like that. It also grants the ability of each of these things. With the Mind Flare, you're able to use a stunning cone of psionic power. That's their main weapon. Death Knight, you can do power word kill. Succubus, you can actually shape change.
Shape change.
Yeah. Leprechauns, I've been thinking about that. I'd have to look it up. Maybe a +1 to all saving throws in all situations or something like that. Like a luck aura, if you will. Red Dragon, you can, use burning hands or fire, fire or fireball. Yeah. With the king, you could actually have, mass charm. That's what is that thing? The rod of rulership.
Rod of Kings.
Rod of rulership. Yeah, something using effects like a rod of rulership, and of course the beholder. Yeah, dispel magic at a ridiculously high level, say like 18th or something like that. Yeah, go ahead.
You're just spouting off here with some good stuff, so go ahead.
Okay.
I'll get in eventually.
Well, let's see. The cost in time and treasure, jeez. Time, years, literally, if not decades. This could be like, if we're using that Archmage model as the person who's creating it, this is something that he started to do like in the middle of his adventuring career, like when he say like 35.
You know that there's no individual, unless you're dealing with a lich. There's nobody who's still around who was there for the start of this.
Right.
This is a cult who was working in concert at the orchestration of something like a lich to bring this into being for some internal power.
You mentioned lich.
Yes. Okay. What, Glenn? What is it?
You mentioned lich, which brings up another hook.
Okay.
Okay, it does exist. It is in lore. It is in myth.
Okay.
And the lich owned it past tense. He's another one looking for it. He wants it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Archlich at that.
Yeah.
Not just a regular lich, Archlich.
Demi-lich.
No, Demi-lich doesn't go anywhere. That's the skull with the gem teeth.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, no, Archlich. We're talking. This is like
They can go places if they have, a automaton or a golem or a undead to cart them around in place of their head. Scarecrow style.
Maybe they have enough power to like hover like beholders do.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Well, Archlich, not our Demi-liches. Yeah. Well.
They do that when they get activated. But...
Exactly. Yeah. After they've absorbed a few people.
But anyway, he lost his widow wad and he wants it back.
Oh God. Yeah. That's another thing. So, if it's already in existence and then there's a mad race to obtain it.
Why?
Yeah.
Obtain it.
Yeah, to either destroy it, hide it away, or use it, depending on the faction involved. This is a world-spanning campaign for really high-level characters, at least,
and high
very
stakes.
least 18th level.
You could combine the both of those. You could say that this existed in the past in lore and legend, and the bards are all happy to have something horrific to send the chill up your spine as they weave tales about it. Someone had it, they hit it, they lost it, they broke it. And something, somewhere is trying to get the pieces to fix it. And of course, karmic being what it is, it's the elf and neck bones that were the broken parts that have to be replaced.
Well, of course.
And you know what? I would run a campaign where they found it in like within the first 5 sessions. Mm-hmm. Now you got to keep it. And aside from everybody else finding out about it, you've got the original lich on your tail.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They will know, or they will find out, and they will come for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the problem also is that you're trying to figure out where, how are you going now? You're trying to get rid of this thing because this is way out of your league. This is way out of your league, even at the highest of levels.
This is the old throw the ring in the fires of Mount Doom thing.
Yeah, that's the destroy it choice if you decide to if you decide to accept it. Let's see, and if you are trying to use it, that is going to more or less bring the Brood War onto the Prime, which is something that a lot of the powers that be in the campaign world do not want, not even close. They don't want it. So they're trying to so that's the other thing. And if they're trying to use it, that's going to have its own, shall we say, problems. Because wherever you use it, now you also have the higher level parties of good, even up to and including planers, like the aforementioned Solars, and other agents of good from the planes. They're also trying to come and destroy it, and whoever is trying to wield it. So yes, now all of a sudden the campaign takes on an apocalyptic tone because now the Brood War might come to the Prime. The higher levels of the agents of good will start coming to the Prime to take this away and destroy it, and so forth and so on, which might destroy your campaign world.
One last question.
Yes.
On this is, you mentioned break. Now, as in the staff of the Magi or something like that, what happens if you deliberately break it? Anything?
I have an idea. Being the
Feel free.
Being the staff of true life, if this item is broken, the person who is responsible for breaking it, whether intentionally or accidentally, immediately and irrevocably dies, and so does everything in a 100-mile radius.
So you're going to do the ultimate nullifier thing on him.
Of course.
Wow.
Everything around it dies.
And it leaves behind a rift.
Yes.
Of course, it leaves behind a rift.
Of course.
See, this is how Dark Sun started.
Yes.
A whole bunch of these staff got broke.
Yes. Mages were careless with their power, and they completely wrecked the world. That's exactly what happened.
But but I give it a certain, like I said, if you want to give it a big square mile radius, that's fine. But just a square radius, something the world could look at and remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, it's like the concentration camps. It's like we're never going to let this happen again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And of course, the whack job cultists who were in on the crafting of it the first time around
all die.
Continue to be in on the fixing of it. They continue to be in on the getting it back, putting it back into the hands of whoever it is that they worship from afar or up close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now all of a sudden, and the whole thing is that even if it is evil and evil is looking to capture it or maintain it or use it, the cult will always, because not only are they a cult, they are, of course, worshippers of an ultimate evil being or deity. They'll start over. Mm-hmm. They'll just start, if they can't get it back and they can't repair it, they'll just start again. Right. Taking another several hundred years to gather all of the...
Yeah, we got to make another crater on the Earth in case it gets broken.
Exactly. Why not? They never learn, you know that.
That's true. They just need to be they need to die.
Donnie, those are nihilists.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Nihilist by it. Yeah.
Oh, nihilist.
Who's the nihilist? Anyway, so there you go, folks. Have fun with that rod. Please. Please, get out of here. Just go ahead.
Just take it away.
Talk about it at THACOShammer@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Yep. Take my staff of true life, please.
Please, yeah, take my staff, please. Well, I can that. Then I'm getting into dirty territory. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So that's it. I guess that's it. We got to close the splat book, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hubba. I think this is the quickest one we ever did.
Where are we at as far as time goes? Let's find out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like
an hour and 40 minutes. We're good.
Seems like it went by pretty fast.
Yeah, we kind of got everything going, and
I'll even want more. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, say goodbye, Brian.
Just remember, folks, if you're going to go after these ultra high-powered MacGuffins, just remember there are others around who, at the very least, want it for their own purposes. So beware. Just because you have it doesn't mean that the adventure's over. Hardly.
True. Full on?
Oh, my lord Ifrit, I wish for the evil staff of the Archmagi. Yes, master. Boom, boom. Here you go. I'm gone. Why was he hiding? Someone's coming over the hill, and he's pissed. He wants his staff back.
I think that's a goodbye, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, Gamer Nation. Have a fair and fond farewell.
Yes,
until
and remember,
we come again.
Staff of life, come again. Get it? But anyway, wow. And I say that, remember, half the population of the Earth has a staff of life. Mark, and you didn't see me about my eyelashes. And so, we'll see you next time, folks, when the hammer comes down on THACO's Hammer. Bye-bye.
Somebody's been watching way too much anime.
For sure.
I watched 1.5 episodes.
No doubt.
Oh, my God.
God.
Please.
THACO's Hammer theme is provided by the Diablo Swing Orchestra. You'll find them on Jamendo.com. All other additional music for this episode was provided by Kevin MacLeod. You'll find more of his music on Incompetech.com. Be sure to visit our website at thacoshammer.info. If you have any questions or comments, email us at thacoshammer@gmail.com. Remember, that's an O, not a 0. You can also find us on the second edition forums at osrgaming.org and at purpleworm.org. Or give us a call and leave us a voicemail at 405-806-0555. See you next time when the hammer comes down on THACO's Hammer.